Let me make sure I can.
You good?
I think so. You can see. Good.
We'll give it 1 minute.
Couldn't be any colder.
I mean, if you try.
Yeah. I guess you never say it couldn't be, right? 'Cause it always could be.
To get another polar vortex, get into the negatives.
It's supposed to be 50 next week, though, right? I think. Ready? Everybody ready?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to give you a preliminary information on the shooting here tonight. The investigation is very much ongoing, and these are the details we're able to share right now, but they are subject to change. Police responded for a report of shots fired at 5:52 p.m. to the parking lot in the bus loop area outside of Lytle in the 10,000 block of Little Patuxent Parkway. 2 victims were shot. One was pronounced dead at the scene, and the second was transported to shock trauma in grave condition. Both are juvenile males. That is all the information I'm able to release about them at this time. I want to make it clear, this was not an active shooter incident. At this point, we believe the shooting was targeted and that there was one shooter. As I said, the investigation is ongoing, and we do not have a motive for the shooting at this point. I also want to reiterate that the incident did not occur inside the mall, and mall operations were not interrupted. We're continuing to investigate and interview witnesses and surveillance video, but I cannot go into any further detail as to its part of the investigation. I also cannot share any suspect information at this point. This is all I have to share right now, and this is still an active scene, but I'm open for any questions that I can answer.
Are the 2 people that were involved, were they both shot by the same person? Did they shoot at each other? Or I know you said you can't say much about a suspect, but is there somebody that you're looking for
We believe there was one shooter.
that was not one of the 2 victims?
Correct.
The 2 victims, can you say they're just teenagers? Is that fair?
They are teenagers.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then we're hearing that one was shot on the staircase next to the Barnes and Nobles and the other at the bus stop near there. Is that accurate?
I can't get into exactly where they were shot. They were shot in that area, the 10,000 block.
10,000
Are the
block.
teenagers male?
Both teenagers are male.
Were there any security precautions put on by the mall? Did the mall go on lockdown or anything along those lines?
So to my knowledge, the mall did not go on lockdown. I can tell you that we have every available resource in the county, mall security. Everybody in the county is here now working this case.
Can you say if they were both local teenagers?
I don't have that information at this point.
Why would the mall not go on lockdown? Out of curiosity, I don't know if that's a question geared towards you, but I gotta ask.
Right. So I don't have that information. I was not here at the operations. I can tell you that the shooting was outside. It was not inside the mall. But I don't know what what process was of that. I can tell you it's a bustling place. I'm sure you've been around here. There's people all over.
Chief, do you know the relation between the 2 victims?
I do not have that information now.
We heard there was a group of kids that were running after the shooting. Any information on that?
I can only imagine that when we had that shooting, that there was a lot of people running. I don't have any information in the particulars, but it happened again. There was a lot of people outside at the in that area.
So was this exactly at the bus stop where folks waiting for the bus?
I don't have that information. It was right in that area in the 10,000 block. That's all I have right now.
What do you say to your residents, Chief? Because this is now the second shooting in July. 17-year-old Angelo Little, he was killed inside the mall. Now, we're hearing from people that this is becoming a problem. They want to see something done about it.
So I can tell you that we've identified that shooter. We're still actively looking for that shooter. We have a lot of resources here in Howard County. If you commit a crime here in Howard County, we will track you down, and we will prosecute you, and we will find you. We're using every resource that we have. I can tell you that both these shootings appear to be targeted, so they knew each other. But that's all really the information that I have right now.
Have you
Okay.
identified any witnesses?
I'm sorry?
Have you identified any witnesses you've been able to talk to?
We are working to identify individuals that were there that perhaps may have saw something. We also are working with the surveillance. There's cameras all over the mall here, outside, private cameras. We're going through. It takes a lot of time to go through the information to make sure that we find exactly who did this.
Chief, usually we hear that there's an altercation ahead of the shots fired. Do you believe that was the incident? Do you believe that altercation might have happened inside the mall, leading out to the parking lot?
So I'm not going to speculate on anything at this time. The only thing I can tell you is that it was a targeted shooting. We believe that they knew each other, and I'm not going to speculate on anything. I don't know.
And the shooter, you believe they're a juvenile as well?
We don't have that information. Once we find out, we'll let you know. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll put everything else on our social media and email it out to you guys. So you have
Thanks,
it.
Seth.
Yep.